This is no different from the time when schools were desegregated and you fuckers started throwing rocks at black children.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. I am so glad you're here today, and we've got a great show planned. So sit back and relax, and let's get to it, all right? Let's do it. News and nuts, news and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. Here is some absolutely great news that has been long overdue from RFK Jr., and he is making America healthy again, one step at a time. Let's take a look.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS Secretary, and I'm here today with NIH Director Dr. Jay Bhattacharya and FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary. I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule. Last year, the Biden administration urged healthy children to get yet another COVID shot despite the lack of any clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children.
That ends today. It's common sense and it's good science.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
We're now one step closer to realizing President Trump's promise to make America healthy again.
Well, the Dems are totally struggling still after this election, and they have no identity. They have no idea how to get back all of the men, the young men that they've lost to Donald Trump in this last election. They're really kind of reeling right now. And so they're, again, going into their committees and meetings and trying to figure out how the best way to get back these men. So what they're doing now is wasting $20 million to fix the dude problem. This says, so they've got a new plan. It is codenamed SAM, short for Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, and promises investment to study the syntax and language, and basically to be able to talk to men, like, for real, and not sound like some woke liberal robot. Yeah, they are in a lot of trouble right now, and I think it's going to take them a long time to fix the problem. It's going to take a long time to even fully address the problem, but some Democrats are starting to kind of wake up that their party is effed. Take a look.
If you dig in on what Democrats are researching right now, you're going to find a lot of silly stuff. You're going to find people asking a lot of questions, people asking about syntax and do I drop the G from this word and this and that, and it's going to be a lot of that. So let me just warn everybody, that process is going to be very obnoxious. We're really talking about young men, right? Young men who Democrats have not figured out a consistent pitch for how to get in front of. And I think it starts with authenticity. Stop creating purity tests for people because they don't agree with you 8 or 9, 10 times. Right.
The Democrats have forgot that maybe we should just talk to people like people. We don't need to do studies on it. We don't need to meet at hotels. How about we just go to community meetings?
It is not the question of what the party's image is, but is what does the party stand for? If the party takes positions on issues that are weak and woke, it will seem weak and woke.
Yeah, I don't think nationally the Democratic brand helps very much anyway. I mean, anywhere. If it did, we wouldn't have lost to Donald Trump twice.
It is interesting that the Dems seem to be waking up to the fact that woke is not good. As President Donald Trump said, woke, everything woke turns to crap. He didn't use crap. But here's Greg Gutfeld talking about how the Dems have no idea how to talk to men and why the men have left in droves from the Democratic Party to the Republican right. All right, take a look.
This is just the same story over and over again. Remember the Kamala Harris rebrand story?
Yeah.
Every 20
always rebranding.
days, they were like having, we're going to roll her out again. We're going to have some sort of a new thing. They'll spend $20 million rather than have to actually touch grass.
Yeah, they're rearranging the furniture when they really need just a complete demolition. Tear it all down. It's what Sam.
Yes.
Speaking with American men, Sam should stand for shitting away money. Had to get that out of my way. All right, so the question is not how and where you lost men. It's whether you're actually going to listen to the answer that is given to you. The party in its current state cannot listen to the answer, because if you define the natural traits of men, the masculine traits as toxic, whatever you hear from men is going to strengthen your distaste. You know, there's some basic traits all men have that essentially they're born with. Literally, self-defense. They're built. They have more muscle. Self-defense, security, meritocracy. We like to win. We like to be first. We like to compete. And then, of course, there's women, real women, not women that say they're women. These are the basic things that all men want. I'll throw in pizza. But if you look at all of those things through the prism of oppression, you just give it up. Your party's dead. So let's say you anthropologically look at these men and he says, I really care about protecting myself and my family. And they might say, well, does that mean you're for the Second Amendment or gun control? How do you feel about boundaries? I mean, do you think borders are important? So that's oppressive. What about the desire to build, achieve, make money? Well, capitalism is oppressive. How do you feel about DEI or equity? So that's oppressive. What about my desire to real women to raise a family? Do you not believe that men can have babies? You don't believe that? You don't believe women can have penises? That's a bit cisnormative. So the Democrats have to expunge all this ideology. They need a wrecking ball because they're not going to listen to any of this stuff. And that is why they ended up with Tim Walz, who was basically just cosplaying as a male. He makes Don Knotts look like Lee Marvin. And the other thing, so I want to, Jake Tapper was on some website, what do you call it? Podcast. He was talking about a teenage son. Plays video games, plays football, and he says, the Democratic Party has no way to reach that person. And I'm like, how is that a problem? The problem is wanting a political party to reach your children. The problem is letting a political party invade certain parts of your life that they have no business being in. Whether we used to say, stay out of my bedroom, stay out of my house, stay out of my backyard, stay out of everything. What killed the Democrat Party was deciding that they could be in everything. And what they're discovering late in the game is that men are apolitical. But if you come at my family, I'm going to kill you. You know, if you stop me from trying to do a great job, I'm gone. You know, if you reduce women to men in drag, we are so out of here. So they politicized the sexes. That was the last straw.
All right, that's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. This first clip is it just shows you when you have actual training in boxing or martial arts, it does definitely make a difference in a fight if a fight comes looking for you. Take a look. Did you know there are eternal flames burning and that there's 9 of them in the world? That's pretty crazy. I did not know that. But here's one of them. Take a look.
Check this out. This is an eternal flame. There's only 9 eternal flames in the entire world, and this one's inside of a waterfall. Take a look.
Okay, I don't know what kind of monstrosity this looks like. A normal rat but it's like, I can't even say it's on steroids. This is actual nightmare fuel. I hope this is not becoming a norm somewhere. Check out the size of this rat. It is absolutely insane and terrifying. Take a look. I honestly don't know what I would do if I came across a rat that looked that was that big. I think I would actually freeze in fear. I don't know. Let me know what you would do if you came across a rat that gigantic. Yeah. But my friends, that is it for the news and nuts. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We are heading into the deep pool of liberal madness, so sit back, buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
And as soon as a motherfucker want to start bringing up statistics, that's when I check out, because white people will forever have the highest brutality, crime rate, violence, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, we're just not going to forget them slaughtering every fucking race.
Okay.
We're not going to forget about the concentration camps. We're not going to forget about slavery. And we're not going to forget about the 100 years after that. We're not going to forget about Indians being scalped.
What?
We're just not.
Wake up! Stop acting like somebody is coming to save us!
Save us from what? What are you talking about, dude?
They're not!
Okay.
You've got motherfuckers from the FBI descending on Memphis. You've got fucking politicians cutting benefits for everyone. You have immigrants being deported for no damn reason.
Except that they're here illegally. Jeez.
Taking kids from their families in Florida? And you think what? Someone's gonna fix it? Get angry! Wake up! Act like you give a fuck about you!
Give an F about me? What? I have to wake up to give an F about me? That doesn't really make any sense, my man.
I think it's about time we fucking boycott U-Haul.
Okay.
They're not getting the message. Oh, we don't discriminate. We rent to anybody. Yeah? Well, guess what? All we see lately are these fucking asshole Patriot Front fucking Nazi pieces of shit coming into town in your fucking trucks. You're not vetting these people. So we're gonna fucking boycott you. Fucking U-Haul. You want to fucking play games? Fuck around. You haul your ass right out of here. You haul these Nazis right the fuck out of our fucking town. We don't want fucking these guys, and we don't want your fucking business. Fuck U-Haul.
Oh, so now they want to start vetting. They're cool with millions, tens of millions of people just strolling right across the border with absolutely no vetting. But man, you get a couple of guys showing up in a U-Haul truck and that they think are Nazis. Man, that's the final, that's it. we want 100% vetting or we're going to boycott. Oh my gosh, these people are so stupid.
I want to remind everybody, because we are coming out of May.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be June.
True.
And then there's going to be July.
Right.
I want to remind everybody that July 4th
Okay.
is fucking canceled. It's canceled.
What?
It means nothing.
I
It's
didn't
trash. It's garbage. It's something we vomited up, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The 4th of July, if I hear a single fucking firework,
Okay.
if I see a fucking barbecue out there,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, it is canceled.
If you voted for Trump, you don't get to celebrate the 4th of July.
Oh, man.
No fireworks.
None?
No hot dogs.
Oh, I love hot dogs.
No American flag.
Oh, that
Shorts.
No,
The whole holiday is to celebrate the departure of having a king.
Okay, yeah.
And now look what you've done. Silly, silly little baby. You don't get to enjoy any of those things if you voted for him. Sorry. That's just for the liberals and the Democrats and the anarchists now.
For the Democrats, for the liberals, and for the anarchists, that should tell you everything. That woman is full of
bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
America is in a civil war. The bullets are words of mass destruction.
Wow.
And the battlefronts are Congress, the Supreme Court, Wall Street, and media. Enlist and resist until we can all vote again.
Wow, enlist and resist. I think she missed one of the battlefields, which is going to be just out on the streets. But this is crazy because, you know, for the longest time, the liberals have been saying words are violence, but now they've been ramped up to mass destruction? What? This is so insane. These liberals just have they live in an alternate reality. I'm telling you. I don't know how it's happened, but their consciousness has all shifted somehow. It's crazy.
When the French got tired, they stormed the Bastille, and they started chopping motherfuckers' heads smooth the fuck off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And y'all talking about a general strike.
So what are you talking
Girl,
about?
they about to cancel Medicare.
Okay.
Food stamps.
Right.
Head Start. The grocery stores are empty. They about to turn the motherfucking power off. They got La Migra outside. Deporting motherfuckers to El Salvador.
It's true. That's where they're from.
And y'all talking about a general fucking strike?
Well, what are you talking about? Because it sounds like you're talking about that you want to start cutting mother effers' heads off or something. That is not good. That's not a good place to be, my friend. I think you might need to go get some help to take care of that mental health of yours. Maybe go outside or something. That might help. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that if you'd like to sponsor a future episode, you can do so with a PayPal link and a Super Thank link down below. You can also pick up a cool shirt like this Liberal Evolution, some authentic Idle Hands merch from the store anytime, 24/7, and also follow me on X at Idle Hands Dave. All right. Thank you, and let's get back to the show.
In Dallas, multiple sources tell WFAA federal agents wearing plainclothes arrested people at their scheduled immigration hearings. Sources saying they were asylum seekers from Cuba, Venezuela, and Haiti. Some were detained in hallways and even inside the courtroom itself.
In my 26 years of legal practice, I have rarely seen ICE agents go pick up people that are in the process of deportation defense in the immigration courts.
Similar scenes unfolded in Phoenix yesterday, where masked ICE agents handcuffed people outside the courthouse immediately after their apparent hearings. Protesters trying to block unmarked vans. Witnesses say a woman and a child were among those taken into custody.
The problem here is the limited access to legal counsel.
We asked the ICE Dallas field office where those arrested in Dallas were taken, but ICE did not provide that information. Immigration attorneys say this could be a coordinated legal strategy. Dismiss the case in court, then detain the person immediately after, clearing the way for expedited removal under a Trump-era policy.
Yeah, there really does seem to be this uptick of ICE agents showing up at a courthouse and just snagging these illegal aliens as they're walking out of court. Or as they're waiting for court, I guess, in some cases. But yeah, I'm totally fine with that. If that's where they're at, go to it. That makes it a lot easier for the ICE agents, I think. Carilla Seville says, how hard I pronounce my F in F yeah, I voted for this. That is a pretty hard F, my friends. And speaking of things I voted for, take a look. That is a nice sight. See ya, fellas. Have a good life. Not in America.
So I'm walking into the grocery store and a gentleman's walking out with a cart full of stuff to the brim.
Wow.
And not bagged. And I was like, I'm minding my own fucking business. And as I'm walking in, this guy yells, ma'am, did you see that man? The one with the da-da-da? Did you see him? And I was like, no. And then a lady starts yelling at me, ma'am, did you see which way he went? I was like, Because I'm a lot of things, but a snitch is not one of them.
Oh, brother.
And on top of it, people can't fucking afford groceries right now. So if that person needed to take groceries because they needed to eat, no, absolutely not. I'm not saying a fucking word. So this is just to say, if you see someone walking out and people are shouting that they're stealing, you didn't see anything.
No. That is absolutely the wrong message to be sending to people. Look, if you see somebody stealing, you really need to just be a good citizen and let the authorities know, especially if somebody asks you, hey, did you see him or her? You go, yeah, they went that way and they got into this car. I don't understand why it's so difficult for people just to be a good person. I mean, it's not. Oh, do we? Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Let me turn this off here. Okay. I'll share it. I'll let him know. I'll bring it up right now. It's in the queue. Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right, my friends, my producer just informed me that, yes, we do have another awful. So let's see what she has to say. I'm sure it's not going to be pleasant.
On the way to no contact with my parents.
Oh.
They won't be at my wedding, they won't be at my sister's wedding, and they'll never meet their grandchildren. All because they decide to invalidate everything that I go through, as well as continue to support a sexual assaulter.
Well, my producer wasn't wrong. that was definitely an awful, and we need to try to avoid those people as much as possible because, man, they're awful.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
that if the big beautiful bill passes,
Yes.
I will lose everything. I will lose
I don't
the
know.
bottom surgery that I have been on a wait list for 2 years. I will lose my testosterone. All gender affirming care. Gone. Just
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And y'all are okay with that. You think that trans people shouldn't exist, so you're trying to eradicate our health care. I thought you cared about kids, because, like, they're about to die. Like, a lot.
What? Just because we don't want to pay for your surgeries doesn't mean we don't care about you individually, okay? Look, if I want to get some kind of elective surgery for myself, guess what? I'm going to be paying for it myself. So just save up your dimes and nickels and chop off your junk on your own dime, okay?
You know who issued an executive order aimed at lowering drug costs. He didn't specify which drugs he's going to target or which insurance programs would be impacted. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, let me just go back, Whoopi. Bringing down the price of drugs is an issue that even Democrats, your side, have been running on for years. Meaning Republicans, Democrats, everyone in the country, including every single one of you in your audience, you want this. And the fact that even when a Trump policy directly benefits you, you cry about it, you condemn it, well, it doesn't make any sense. Out of sheer hatred for the man is utterly astonishing, to be honest with you, and I think it should be studied by psychologists, because this is a mental issue.
We'll be right.
Wow, shocking. The View had a negative thing to say against Trump. You know, just the other day, the executives at Disney and I believe the president of ABC basically told The View, you guys have got to stop just trashing Trump every single episode. We are getting sued left and right. And we'd like to save some of that money that we've earned. So cut it out.
There's fascists in Florida, the Nazis in Nashville, tyranny in Tennessee. They're throwing their fits with their tariffs and tricks deep in the land of the free. Whoa, drink to the people who stand against evil, the protesters, punks, and the gays. We'll dance until morning while they're out here snoring. The woke is about to awake. So bring on the maggots, the red-hatted bigots, cry over your privilege and greed. Just know that us faggots, us dirty old hags, we're all calling you a Nazi. Whoa, drink to the people who stand against evil, the protesters, punks, and the gays. We'll dance until morning while they're out here snoring. The woke is about to awake. So fuck all the fighting, the lefting and righting. They're bleeding astride just the same. Those billionaires with their fake Turkish hairs, they're all just crooks on cocaine. Whoa, drink to the people who stand against evil, the protesters, punks, and the gays. We'll dance until morning while they're out here snoring. The woke is about to awake. This is upside down.
I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to come on here to say,
Yeah?
fuck Donald Trump and free Palestine.
Well, hey, look, it's one of those woke people waking up that young lady was singing about. Look, if that's the resistance, we don't have anything to worry about.
Are you okay? Can you tell us what happened? Are you okay? Can you tell us what happened?
I have not been told what I am under arrest for.
You have not been told what you're under arrest for. Hey, chill. Have you been told what you're under arrest for? Do you know why you're under arrest?
Attack me with their bike, twisted my leg and their fucking bike.
Do you know what you're under arrest for?
Go back, don't get away.
Remain silent.
Please go space, back up, please. Thank you.
What are they under arrest for?
What are they under arrest for?
What are they under arrest for?
Can you explain what they're under arrest for?
What are they under arrest for? Under arrest for? Not a single one of you knows. None of you knows why any of these people are under arrest. You fucking cowards. None of you know. So you're all admitting that you're arresting these people for no reason. No reason whatsoever. No reason at all. What are they under arrest for? Sergeant 1, Sergeant 2, Sergeant 3, Sergeant 4. What are they under arrest for? Are they scary? What are they under arrest for? There's one reason. What are they under arrest for?
Why are you being arrested? Why are you being arrested? Why are you being arrested? You guys sound like a bunch of sheep. They don't have to tell you anything, especially why they're being arrested, so just move on. And quite frankly, I'm really glad to see that there's actually a police force in Seattle doing the right thing. Finally. Jeez. Sherry says, perhaps a few hygiene violations. Yes, maybe that is what they were being arrested for. I mean, it is Seattle, right?
I recently found out that my plug from when I was in high school is...
Wait, plug? What is a plug from high school? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Some things come to mind, but I can't mention that on YouTube. If anybody knows what a plug is, in regards to maybe what she's talking about, let me know in the comments, maybe, if it's safe.
is a white nationalist now. Oh. And I say now because I think that's a recent thing. Like, I would not have associated with that person if I had known about any such beliefs in high school. But, like, did I just not see it? What? I'm so tremendously disappointed in my own age group. And, like, the people that I saw every day in school walking around the halls, was it this bad the whole time? I didn't know that it was this bad. Good God.
No, my dear, it is not everybody else that has changed. It is you that has changed. It sounds like you were pretty normal in high school, And it sounds maybe like you went off to college and got plugged right into that hive mind. And now you're just retarded.
You white motherfuckers have no fucking shame. Applauding all the illegal deportations of Hispanics. Hispanics are being deported even when they are legal U.S. citizens. And you fucking white motherfuckers are applauding this shit. This is no different from the time when schools were desegregated and you fuckers started throwing rocks at black children.
That was not good.
You guys have no fucking shame. You are beneath fucking dog shit. Fuck all of you.
Wow.
It is not an exaggeration at this point to say Republicans are trying to kill all of us. Systematically, one group at a time.
Okay.
And if you think you're not going to be touched, that just means you're last.
Not the whole of the left. Let's be fair, Tim. That is a very small percentage of people. I can do the same thing with the right. And I can say, look, the right, they're completely insane. Look at these nutbags on Twitter.
You'd be wrong.
Really?
Yeah. RFK Jr., former liberal. Tulsi Gabbard, former liberal. Donald Trump, former liberal. Elon Musk, former liberal. Colin Wright, former liberal. Tim Pool, former liberal. How is it that the popular vote winner, Donald Trump, was a Democrat up until his first term? That Tulsi Gabbard, DNI, former Democrat, that I supported in 2020. I never voted Republican. I didn't like Republicans. And now the Republican MAGA movement, not the neocons, is an eclectic bunch of diverse views which debate each other. How is it that Charlie Kirk, Christian conservative with one of the largest conservative platforms, invites moderate pro-choice Tim Pool onto his stage for his biggest event of the year to discuss those views to the public? On the left, what do you think would happen if you went and opposed their views at a public forum? You'd be threatened with violence. And I'm not saying literally everyone all the time, but booking liberals to come on my show or any other show, people in this
We
space,
have the same problem.
Yeah.
they refuse to do it.
They don't want to talk.
Back in, I think it was 2018.
But by the way, we should say why as well. They're scared of their own side.
It's a cult. So I can sit in front of a libertarian like Dave Smith, who's going to rant about how Israel is bad, and Charlie Kirk at the same time, and we leave with beers in our hands, smiles on our faces. And Dave will say, Charlie, I really do appreciate it. I think you do good work. I know we disagree. The left doesn't do that. They firebomb your buildings. Or they just don't show up. Or they try to get you fired. They swat you. They harass you. The reason I say it's a cult is because you could not define what they believe. It's impossible. You could not map the logic of their principles or plan for this country.
It's about feelings.
Yeah.
I think it is, but if you break it down, it's largely about adhering to the murmuration. The left swings around randomly in random directions. Nobody knows exactly where they're turning left or right or up or down. They're just trying to make sure they stay safely in a position where someone else won't bludgeon them in the head with a bike lock. So Tesla's a great example. 2 years ago, Stephen Colbert bragged on his show he owns a Tesla. Today, he's making jokes about how it's funny that people are firebombing them. Well, that don't make sense.
Yeah, I've got nothing more to say to that. That was pretty spot on. Good job, Tim.
I believe a lot of us just want to see him in cuffs in our lifetime.
I'm sorry, my friend, but that will never be checked off your bucket list. So go get a puppy or something and try to find some happiness. My gosh.
If a black person is telling you something is racist, be quiet. It's not your job to try to explain it away or say, oh, I don't think that person's there. It does not matter. Just be quiet and go along with your day. If we're saying something racist, it's a 10 out of 10 chance that it is racist, because this is America and everything in America is racist.
And that is exactly why I probably should not believe that when a black person tells me something is racist, because if they think everything is racist, chances are that the thing they're talking about is not racist.
I got asked if my hair was dyed pink because of teenage rebellion reasons or because I was artsy. And I had to tell them that I am 31.
I was not expecting that. She doesn't look 31, to be honest.
How do I have a winter cold in the middle of May? It's because our climate is a damn mess. And it's 40 degrees outside. You know, one day 70, next day 40.
Oh, Oh, so it's like springtime? It's so stupid. Everybody gets a cold during the springtime when the weather's fluctuating. Who hasn't? It's not because of climate change and the world is just going to be destroyed in 12 years. It's always 12 years. So it's not going to happen. So just relax. It's called a cold. Everybody gets them.
Like, the United States is kind of trash.
Okay.
Doesn't treat its people well. You know.
How so?
I don't really know why you're having this. Do you want to have a conversation?
Well, that's why I'm asking you. How so?
What do you mean?
You said the United States treats its people like trash, so I was just asking how.
I mean, right now, how many people are suffering because they can't afford health care? Let's start with there. How about?
Got it. Well, Trump just slashed prescription drug prices by 50 to 80%.
So that
are you
prescription
unhappy with
drug
that?
sellers can raise their prices. I mean, he's just working for fucking capitalism.
Well, he actually isn't taking a salary. And he's also lost $1 billion in his net worth from the first administration when the first time he ran.
He's taking money from literally anyone who will pay for his stupid fucking coin, his what is it? Trump coin,
cryptocurrency,
Dogecoin. I don't know.
There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that people make money off of. Are you upset with them making money?
You can't. Their illogical arguments run out very quick, and the only thing they have to do then at that point is turn to violence every time. It is the party of love and tolerance, though, so don't get it confused. Jeez.
It's time for Dave's Detox.
Lord, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I
don't know what they're going to be doing there. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Had some good watermelon over the weekend.
And someone else's chewy.
Oh no.
What do we say? Do you know?
Aww. What is he? Aww.
Yes, we say
oh,
we're
it's so
sorry.
cute.
Is this for you?
Oh,
is this for you? Are you able to be adopted?
That's awesome.
You are, sweetie. You're on hold. They're gonna be here tomorrow, and then you're gonna have a forever family. Oh yeah, you're excited. I know you are.
If you're watching this video right now and you're a possum, I want you to know that you too need to wear a seatbelt because no one is above the American law.
Good advice.
Want to go on a car ride? Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Can you make me a cup of tea, please? Ooh,
Yeah.
and spoon? Good.
I don't know if I'd want that tea. Oh, it's cute. Oh, wow. That's a smart little wiener dog. Aw, how awesome! Well, that was a smart dog. All right, my friends, that wraps up another episode. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, slapping that bell, tell your friends about Idle Hands. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.